Well, U.S. Olympic swimmer Ryan Lochte has apologized for his part in the alleged vandalism committed by him and 3 teammates in Rio. But is his apology enough? Joining me to discuss is former professional athlete and psychological performance coach Steve Siebold. Steve, good morning to you. Thanks for being with me. I want to read part of the statement that Lochte released yesterday. He says in part, "I want to apologize for my behavior last weekend, for not being more careful and candid in how I described the events of that early morning, and for my role in taking the focus away from many athletes fulfilling their dreams." What do you make of that apology?
It's ridiculous. The U.S. Olympic Committee needs to step in, especially Scott Blackmun, the CEO. They've got to get some guts, send these swimmers back to Rio and fix what they vandalized instead of letting them get away with it.
Well, it's interesting that you say that because it goes to the question of, is there entitlement when it comes to elite athletes?
Of course there's. They made the international chairman made a statement in Rio and said, well, kids are being kids. Ryan Lochte is 32 years old. These are all adults. These are not children. And he said, well, he's one of the greatest swimmers of all time. So we're telling our children who are watching these idols that if you're a great athlete, you can get away with vandalism.
Well, I know you've done a lot of this training, and your goal is to separate athletes from distractions so they can focus. Have you seen a lot of the cases where not just with coaches, but also families encourage this role or this idea of entitlement?
It doesn't normally happen, honestly. I've represented the United States in international competition 7 times as a junior athlete, and we didn't do anything. We are representing the United States of America. I mean, it's a big deal. You don't do anything outside the lines. And no, you don't see it that often. When it happens, the Olympic Committee needs to jump in instead of saying, well, we're going to investigate it. It's on video. We have it on video. What's to investigate?
So we do have one of our correspondents that reported that they possibly will be having some consequences for Ryan Lochte, but still, it's just in the investigation phase. What do you think should happen?
They don't have the guts. The Olympic Committee doesn't have the guts to do the right thing. So 3 months from now, they'll have a little investigation. The world won't know, and we'll still be the ugly Americans who came down to Brazil, vandalized their gas station, kicked their door in drunks. You know, the athletes were drunks, and that's what this Olympics will be known for.
What do you think should happen?
They should send these swimmers back to the gas station, let them work in there for a week, clean up the urine off the walls that they sprayed on, and fix the mirror, fix the doors, and see what it's like to do some real work.
Well, Steve runs a tight ship, I would imagine, with your athletes. That's your job. Train tough athletes, focus on the sport. So we appreciate you being with us and giving some insight into this. Thank you.
Thanks, appreciate it.